just spent like 20 minutes trying to get ready for this video because of my lip, and I just put on clear gloss. Anyways, my hair is still not even like how I want it to be, for real. So we just gonna have to do like Hey y'all, I'm back with another video. And yes, I'm in my bathroom because this is the best setup I can get. And my son is in the room just screaming up a storm. So this is what we got, okay? This is what we got up to do. First of all, I just want to let y'all know that I put on lashes for this video because I'm tired of giving like plain. So I'm like, let me spice things up. And I put on lashes, and let me tell you, I haven't worn lashes in a minute because of my contacts. I think the last time I wore lashes was my wedding. No, a little bit after that, but it's been a minute. And it just felt mad weird, mad heavy. I feel like my eyes look dark. I probably should have put some concealer, but at the end of the day, this is what it's going to have to get, okay? Today we are doing a Q&A or a life update because I just feel like I just been throwing out videos and they've been a little bit sporadic, like what the hell is going on? So I thought I'll just take the time to do a Q&A, answer some questions, give a little update, things of that nature. And as we can see, my hair did grow back enough for me to put it in a bun, or a makeshift bun. I don't really know if it's a bun, but we're here. All right, so anyways, let's get into the video. All right, so I'm not about to go in a particular order. I only got a few questions, so this video probably not gonna be too long. So the first question is basic. Well, it's not really a question, but balance between social life and family or baby. So I mean family and baby, I guess how I balance it. So this is like one of the hardest things that I'm still trying to balance, for real. And it's really not even, okay, so let me just break it down. So first of all, it's really hard for me to balance anything because I like to sleep, okay? And now that I have a baby and we have a family now, we have 2 dogs now, I'm back working. It's just been a lot, okay? I'm not really sure how I balance it because I like to sleep. Did I mention that? I'm not sure, but I like to sleep. And when I don't get my sleep, it gets real intense. Like I've been open the whole time. Anyways, yeah, it just gets real, like, I don't know, like I try to remember that I'm not just a mom, right? Like I'm more than just a mother. So I need to do more things, you know, for myself, take time for that self-care, enjoy life, spend time with the friends I do have or whatever, and just take the time for myself. So I really just, with the help of my husband and, you know, my family and everything, I try to, you know, take Navi for me just for a little bit. I got some self-care time. You know, most of my self-care time, I'm just, you know, pampering myself, giving me, you know, waxing my legs or shaving my legs, you know, taking, even if the little bit, just washing my face and letting a mask sit on for 10 minutes, you know, as well as, you know, I'll go out here and there. I mean, it's still COVID. We're still in the panoramic. I ain't trying to, you know, go crazy, but, you know, I do take the time. You know, now I'm a little bit more comfortable leaving my baby overnight. So I'll take that time for me and my husband. Will go, you know, on a little date night, or, you know, just go. We'll just ask someone, can you just watch him for an hour so we can just, you know, spend time with our you know, for each other, because with everything going on and the fact that I'm back at work, it is hard to maintain spending time with each other, as well as making sure we spend quality time with our son. So it's just a little bit of you just finding the right time, finding, you know, just a good balance. And definitely I communicate with everybody, like, you know, I ain't trying to not spend time with y'all. I ain't trying to do anything like that. It's just, I still need my rest. I still need time for myself, and I still need time to spend with my son. So, we just communicate, open, talking, that's really how I balance it. Next question is, what's your favorite moment as being a mom so far? So basically, I love the fact that, I don't know if this sounds like neat, like, I don't know, but I love the fact that my child needs me, if that makes sense. Like, he looks for me for comfort. He looks for me for food, because, I breastfeed. That's like number one. Like, I be thinking he want to love on me. In reality, he just want to eat. But I just like the idea of, like, being there for someone, having that, I don't know, like, maybe is that, I don't know, that's probably a little selfish, but I just like the idea of me just knowing that he needs me, and I'll always be there for him. So the next question is, what's your biggest aspiration in life? Have you achieved them already? Okay, so that's a good question, because it's kind of funny, because like I never really thought about like aspirations and like what I never really think about things like that. And I know it sounds weird, but like I'm the type of person like to think in the moment. I don't really like to think too far ahead. But I mean, I guess my biggest aspiration is just like having the financial freedom and the freedom to be able to just live how I want. And currently now I have not reached that. I have, a little bit, like, just as far as growing up and, being, I think my lash is coming off, but whatever. And, just being more independent, I did, I have a little bit more freedom in the aspect, but I am working towards that financial freedom. I'm working towards being able to just get up and like, you know what, I feel like taking a trip today. Besides the panoramic, because we still in COVID. But still, besides that, eventually that's my goal, and I am working towards that. I got some things cooking up. I gotta be on the lookout for that. I got some things cooking up, but I ain't gonna say too much, because it'd be people out here hating, so I'm not gonna say too much. Next question is, how do you juggle being a wife and mom, and still have time for yourself? So yeah, I kind of previously stated this before, but basically the main thing I do is I just communicate. I ask anybody, like, if I'm feeling really overwhelmed and I know like I'm coming to that breaking point, because I'm the type of person where like if I get too stressed or too like tired or too overwhelmed, I kind of take it out on everybody else. And now that I have a son, I don't want that. I don't want to take it out on him. Like, I've experienced a little bit of that before, and I really don't want him to have me, he's getting the butt end of, what I'm feeling. So when I know I'm getting overwhelmed, and I know, or also my husband, he gets the butt end of that too, and I don't want to do that. But when I'm getting overwhelmed, when I'm getting too frustrated, too tired, I feel like I can't take it anymore, I'll call out of work. I'll take the day to myself. Hey, babe, can you please take Navi for an hour? I just need a second to myself. I'm feeling really, mom, like anybody that really, even my, my dad, like, and my mother, my mother-in-law, whatever, like she, I would call anybody and like, can y'all just watch him for a little bit? I just need some time. My grandmother, anybody, honestly. And I just tell them, like, I just need a little bit of time. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I just need a couple minutes or, whatever. Next question, best and worst part of your pregnancy. So the best part of my pregnancy is the fact that it was kind of the best and the worst part, but the fact that I was on bed rest basically the whole pregnancy, and I didn't really have to do much. And I was just an excuse for everything. I couldn't even get, babe, I'm on bed rest. Can you please give me some cookies? Like, that was the best part. But it was also the worst part, because I was stressing and I was worried most of the time, because I don't know, this video is probably going to go out before my how I talk about my pregnancy and all, but I had a high risk pregnancy, and I didn't really want to experience a preterm labor anymore. Like I didn't want that to happen, even though he was preterm, but it was, you know, he was healthy enough to obviously be here. So I was just worrying a lot, and I was really nervous that I was going to go through the same thing that I went through before. So it was just always having that in the back of my head. And also because of that, I had to go to the doctor every week. And, you know, just having stuff up there, doctors just like nurses, you know, just doing all that up there, that's not really that fun, okay? So that was kind of like the worst part. So the next question, would you rather be blind or deaf? Ooh. I think that I would rather be, let me really think about this, because if I'm deaf, I rarely can talk. Like I know deaf people can talk, but like they don't be talking. So, but like being blind, I can't see nothing at all. Like at least being deaf, like I can't hear, but I can communicate. So I think I'll be deaf. Next question. The secret to a long-term relationship. Okay, so I have a video out on basically my tips on how maintaining a long-term relationship, but I would just say the number one thing that me and my husband both discussed was just having the mentality that you want to be with, or the power, the willpower, the mindset that you want to be with the person. Because at the end of the day, you're going to do whatever it takes when you want to be with someone if you know you want to be with that person. Any relationship comes with their issues, and I'm not saying like little minor things. Like every relationship comes with their issues, and at the end of the day, it's up to you and that person to really like, do I feel like fighting for this? Do I want to fight for it? Is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? And me and my husband, we decided that it was worth it despite everything we was going through, and we wanted to be with each other, so we did whatever it took. You know, changing, growing, things of that nature, teaching each other, learning from each other, and, you know, using that to maintain our relationship. Next question, best thing about being a mom. Most of these are kind of like the same, but best thing about being a mom is, you know, just having that one person that gives you the unconditional love. I think this is what I was trying to say earlier, but you know, just having that one person that gives you unconditional love regardless of what you're going through. And also when you are going through something, you have that someone to brighten up your day, because there's been plenty of times I've been sad or I've been wanting to break down, and then Navi's right there and it's like, oh dang, I can't even be sad. So I think that's the best thing. How did you learn how to do makeup? This is the next question. Honestly, YouTube and self-taught and just practicing, because most of my family didn't really wear makeup. Actually, none of my family members wore makeup when I was younger, and I was always the type, like I wanted, except for my sister, but you know, she was my age, so I wanted to get into it, but I was like too embarrassed kind of, because nobody else did makeup around me. And you know, it was kind of talked down upon in my family, because it was like, oh, you don't need that makeup, like why do you, that's gonna break you out and stuff like that. So I just looked on YouTube, and like little by like I started with like eyeliner, and I'll do like a little bit of what do we call it? Eyeliner, eyeshadow. And you know, I'll wear lipstick all the time. I was like the lipstick queen. Everybody know I was wearing black, blue. I was wearing all the colors. Like I didn't care. So when YouTube came around, I would just look at YouTube videos, and then once I got to college, it was in game. I was just buying makeup and just trying it out, seeing what works for me, taking other people's advice, you know, testing it out. And now I just do people makeup, learn as I go. That's how I learned. So next question, any relationship tips? Number one tip, I'm gonna say this to anybody that asks, you have to learn how to communicate. You can't have a relationship if you don't communicate. Can't nobody read your mind at the end of the day. Can't nobody see or know how you feel unless you communicate that. And at the end of the day, that's really like number one. Next question, would you do another road trip with friends? Of course. I want to do another girls trip. I don't really have that many friends, and the last trip I went on, I probably wouldn't go with some people. But I would definitely do another girls trip. And next time we probably won't be flying United either. Because if you go look at what is it? Where'd I go? New Orleans vlog, girl, you'll know. I should tag it up here. I don't even know if I know how to do that, but I'm gonna tag it up there, that video, because, or I'll leave it in the description below, because that video, girl, that was a mess. And we would never, I would definitely try to do it. We would do it a lot better than that, because that was a mess. Okay, next question. How is motherhood? Any tips? Motherhood is really good. It's really fun. It's enjoyable. You do have your stressful times, obviously, but that's with anything. But any tips I can give? Let's say, like, I guess I would say just maintaining, or not maintaining, but like acknowledging when you know you're not feeling right, because I feel like if you sit in that and you don't tell anybody or express that, I feel like you get really stuck in your head. And sometimes you get really wrapped up in being a mother that you only become a mother, if that makes sense. Like you forgot about yourself. Like you're not just a mother, you're other, you have other things other than being a mother. So you want to make sure you're not too wrapped up in that, because then it can, well, for me personally, it was really hard for me to realize, like, okay, I'm not just a mother, I'm also a wife. I have my own life. I can do other things, like, so just really understanding and taking that time. I didn't have postpartum, I wasn't diagnosed with postpartum depression, so I can't really talk for any mother who've gone through that. But for me personally, I understand, and I know that I just took that time, and I think maybe that was probably like why I took the time to realize and actually understand my emotions, because I didn't want to go through postpartum. I don't know if it works like that, I'm not sure, but that was my fear. I didn't want to have postpartum depression, and now I'm like taking it out on my baby, and now my baby all sad. I don't know if it worked like that, but this is my thoughts in my head, and I'm like, let me not get stuck in my head and stuck in my ways, and I'm only a mother and I'm not doing anything else, because I don't want to fall into that, if that makes sense. People who have postpartum depression are probably going to be like, girl, it's not even like that. And I'm not saying I know, but this is just from my experience. And I believe this is the last question. I think this is the last question. How is marriage life going? Marriage life is pretty much not much different than my relationship. As anyone who watched me knows, that me and my husband been together for 7 years before, well, it was really 6 years before we got married. We got married on our 7th year anniversary, and we were together basically our whole life. We grew up together, and being married, it's not really harder or much different from what we were already experiencing, because we did everything together. Once we lived together, we kind of like started saving together. We still had our own separate accounts, but we were getting accounts together, doing bills together, everything together. We did everything together, so it wasn't much different. Like, we were already basically married at that point. And you do have a different aspect though, because it's like you think about certain things, like, okay, now, like, I'm married, like, we in this for life, like, it's no, and I'm the type of person where I ain't ever getting a divorce. We could probably separate, but I ain't getting a divorce. So you really just think about the things differently, because it's like, dang, like, this is really who I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life, like, I don't know if that makes sense. So, like, it's the same, but it's different mentality at the same time, because it's like, it's legal. And then also another thing is, like, filing taxes, like, that's different, because now we're married, and it's like everything is like, different in that aspect. But other than that, marriage life is good. We are really happy. We're going on our 1 year anniversary, married 8 years together. And I think we in it for the long run. We better be, because there's no other option. That is all the questions, and this video is probably only going to be like 20 minutes, maybe even less than that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I feel like I had to discuss something else, but I really don't remember what I was gonna discuss. I should have wrote it down. But basically, yeah, that's a little Q&A, a little bit more insight. Just to get to, let's get caught up, because I haven't really been doing that. But I'm definitely about to get back in the swing. I feel like I say this at the end of every video, but I'm getting back in the swing of things, because I'm recording. It's not recording. I actually have a list of all the videos that I need to post. Well, record first, then post. I'm about to start. Actually, when I'm done recording this, I'm gonna finish editing my vlog, my birthday vlog, which is gonna go up soon. So we're getting back into the swing of things. We're getting it together, and we're gonna be consistent. I'm gonna figure out a scheduling eventually. I know every Thursday I'm gonna be posting. I'm just trying to figure out what other day. I might do Sunday. But then again, Sunday, I don't know. But we're going to figure out another day to post. It may be Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, something along those lines. And we're going to be out here. We're still going to be going back into Talk Thoughts Thursday. My last video was a Talk Thoughts Thursday. So we're going to my vlog going up before this. So the 2 videos before was Talk Thoughts Thursday. Yeah, we're getting in the swing of things. We're getting in here. So, like always, leave any comments below, any questions, if you have any. Always hit the like button, I should say, and hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, so you can always get a notification when I upload a new video, because we don't have a schedule right now. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch y'all in my next video. See y'all later.